He did it, and the girl that he gave it to ran off with the stuff. She ran out with 9 ounces of heroin? Yes. What did Slugger do? Got mad and checked her boyfriend and told her boyfriend he was going to have to pay for it. Did the guy pay? Not all up front, just partial payments. What happened after that? How'd y'all start moving heroin after that? Oh, we went back again. That's when my money was straight. We went back again, and he started building up his money again. From there, we got it straight. But it was time for him to go to jail because he had to go do some time for a home invasion. What year did Slugger go to jail? Like 07. What happened to your heroin sales once Slugger went to jail? Did you keep going to Houston? Yeah, I kept going. How did you start going to Houston to get heroin? I drive out there with my money, and I score. I put someone on a bus to bring it back. Who do you put on a bus? Gregory Stewart. How old was Gregory Stewart around this time? 15, 14, something like that. Okay, so Gregory Stewart would ride back with the heroin. Why did you send a young person to ride back with it? Because he was willing to do it. I'd send anybody to do it who want to do it or who want to get paid to do it. Did you have to pay Rabbit or Gregory Stewart to do that? Yeah, I had to pay him. How much did you pay 15-year-old Gregory Stewart to transport heroin? Like $500. How many times did Gregory Stewart make trips for you like that? We'll go every month. I mean to say, every week we'll go. Yeah, go get 2 ounces one week, 2 ounces again, then 4 ounces, 4 ounces. Then I just kept moving up the food chain. Then you would start going to buy 9 ounces from B? Yeah. Tell me about 2008. How much heroin are you getting from B then? I was getting it, but then it had to come to a stop because it went on a drought. When it went on a drought, that when B messed up the money. But before he messed up the money, I was getting like a 9. That's when I met Merle O'Fray. Me and Merle O'Fray started doing business. I went and got half a brick. I served Merle O'Fray a 9, I took a 9. From there, when I tried to go again, B had got jacked out the money because he went to somebody that he didn't usually deal with, and they played him out the money. So that made me have to be on delay for my money and for more drugs. You got to explain that. What is a 9? Double 9 is how much? Well, 9 ounces. Well, a half a brick is 18 ounces. I gave Merle 9 of the ounces. I took 9 ounces. You sell 9 ounces. I gave Merle 9. I took a 9. How much do you sell 9 ounces for? You could sell it for 22, 20,000, 24,000. Okay, but you also get to cut it and put more ounces on it, make it more, and stretch the profit and stretch the profit. Describe the process of cutting heroin to the jury. Well, however potent the heroin is, you can make it a little weaker, but it's still going to be sellable. And you just put cut on it and make your profit more. If it's 9 ounces, I'll put 4 ounces on it. That's an extra $10,000 plus the $24,000 that I'm going to sell it for, and including I didn't pay nothing but $16,000 for it. All right, when you say put 4 on it, what are you putting 4 of? 4 ounces of cut, meaning mannitol or lactose. It's a substance used for a person that got sugar or something like that. This is something that will, not really. It will make the heroin weaker, but won't, make people sick or, it doesn't kill them necessarily. It's going to make it weak, and it's a guarantee that they ain't going to OD. It all depends on the potency of the heroin. How did you figure out the potency of the heroin? Let someone that shoot heroin test it. They got a high quality for heroin. Did you have people like that around? Yes. Who do you use to test your heroin? I use my friend Willie Bill, Canute, any dope fiend that's around, let them test it. They could tell you if the heroin you were buying in Texas was strong or weak? Yeah. So when did you get up to, tell me how much heroin you're buying in, 2008, 2009. Well, like I say, 2008, that's when I was getting half a brick, but B got played out the money. So when B got played out the money, that put me on the back burner to where I had nothing but $10,000 left because he had like $28,000 of my money. So that made me have to deal with Merle people. So I went to dealing with Merle's people. That's what made me and Merle bond get a little tighter. So you don't have a heroin connect at this point, correct? No. So you had no way to get heroin to sell to your customers, correct? I could do it, but it's just that I don't want to take the chance, because you take the chance and people sell you anything. Then you get it, you stuck with it. You can't sell it. So Merle or Frey had a reputation for selling heroin? Yes. Do you see any of Merle's people in the courtroom today? Yes. Who do you see? Evans Lewis, Pound, Solomon. They are all related to Merle? Yeah. So Merle had a reputation as a heroin dealer. You approached him in 2008 or 2009? No, I didn't approach him. He approached me. What did he say? He knew that I had the best heroin in the city. Well, consider it as downtown, and the prices that I was getting it for. He knew he wanted in because he couldn't sell no heroin because I had the best. He knew I had the best heroin in the downtown area. He couldn't sell nothing, so he couldn't do nothing but join me. I'm sorry, I was confused. I thought B lost the heroin and you had to go to Merle to get the heroin. Yeah, I did, but I'm saying at that time when I first started dealing with B, that's what made me and Merle became partners, because he couldn't sell no more of his heroin because I came in with some stuff that everybody was liking. All the fiends wanted what I had and didn't want what he had. So you began supplying Merle? Yes. What happened to Merle's Connect? Why did Merle need Darryl Franklin? Because what I had was better than what his people was giving him. Where was Merle getting his heroin? I don't know at the time. So Merle started getting heroin from you? He just got it from me from that one occasion. That was at one time. Okay, is Slugger in jail at this point? Yes. What are you thinking? Slugger and Merle didn't get along, right? No. So while Slugger is in jail, you started dealing with Merle? Right. Well, how's that going to play out? Well, the reason why me and Merle had a falling out, because Merle didn't really trust Slugger because Slugger was a robber and a killer. So I was the only person on the Florida project that was cool with Slugger and giving Slugger a chance. Nobody else wanted to chance it because of his reputation. Merle thought it wasn't a good idea for me to be hanging out with him and stuff like that, but I felt he wasn't no threat and he wasn't going to do me nothing. I trusted him. So due to that point, I told Slugger how Merle felt about him. But Slugger went back to Merle and told Merle that, man, why you told that to him? Why you feel like I'm going to rob you? And then told him some more things and lies, and crosses got thrown. So when I tried to recall Merle didn't answer the phone no more, saying that Slugger said I told him something. But when Slugger went to jail, that's when we sat down and we talked and everything came out. That's you and Merle sat down and talked? Yeah, not really sat down and talked, but before that, Slugger got a friend named James that is also cool with Merle, and James messed up some money for Slugger, but with some weed. He thinking that Slugger gonna kill him. So he know that me and Slugger got a tied bond. So he's telling me to talk to Slugger, but I'm laughing at him because I know Slugger's not gonna do him nothing. So they're in my mama's yard meeting. So they talked about it, and it was agreed on whatever they were gonna do, replace the money that James messed up. I guess Merle was gonna pay the bill for James for messing up for the thing. From that was over with. But at that time, me and Merle still wasn't talking. So when did you and Merle start talking? When Slugger went to jail. Were y'all able to hash out your differences about Slugger? Well, it took it up on one day that me and my cousin Cheddar, we was talking. I told him that Merle is still telling that man on, being disrespectful, talking about, oh, I'm jiving this and that. He say, oh, I see what you're talking about. Said, when y'all was in the yard talking about the differences between James and Slugger, Cheddar said, no, man, he ain't said that. I put that on everything. Cheddar was somebody that I respected and I looked up to. So I knew that he wasn't lying, so I took his word up on it. How is Cheddar related to Merle? That's his cousin. What was your relation to Cheddar? That's my cousin too. So y'all had a mutual cousin in Cheddar? Yeah. What was Cheddar's full nickname? Cheddar Black. What was Cheddar's real name? Terrence Butler. Was Cheddar related to anybody at this table? Yes. Who? That's Solomon Doyle, brother. And that's Evan's cousin. and that's Pound's cousin. He's Solomon Doyle's older brother or younger brother. Older brother. So what year is this that you and Merle start kind of doing business together? 2008. All right. What happens when does Slugger get out of jail? Yeah, he got out of jail. What happens after that? When Slugger get out of jail, is he happy you're hanging out with Merle or Frey? No, he ain't happy. So what did he say to you about it? Or what did you decide to do? He didn't say nothing about it, but I just knew it was going to be a problem because I knew what type of person he is. So we were like, I gotta whack him.